Hello everybody, welcome to Blue Goose Garage. I figured in this video I'd put a heater core in my 67. It's been seeping for a little bit, but now it's gotten to where it really never quits smelling like antifreeze. So it's time to fix that. And I went the cheapest route. I think it was 28 bucks shipped, maybe 32 shipped. Wasn't much. Rock Auto. I guess the first thing I'm going to do is crank it and move it, because I'd really rather not have to hold the passenger door off my leg the whole time. While we're at this, I might as well kill two birds with one stone, right? So it's not ran for about a week since that leak got worse. So it's cold, and it's in the lower 60s out here right now. So pump, 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 pump. It's not got a choke, but that's pretty good, right? Alright, show you some more. Alright, battery's unhooked. I want to try to do this without draining the antifreeze. I figure if I can get them both loose from the heater core at the same time, get them twisting, get them pull off, then I should just be able to lift up the heater hoses and hook it maybe on the hood or something so they won't leak. And that way I can just be lazy. So after I've done this, I'll show you some more. Alright, heater hoses, they're off. We lost a little bit, kind of got the firewall a little bit antifreezed and the exhaust and the engine and everything, but we're good. That heater core that was in this was not an original heater core, it was a replacement, but it's an old replacement. So it's still brass. The one I've got to put back in it's aluminum. I got all the bolts off of it. It seems like any time, and here they are, carefully laid on top of that very nice breather. But you can see any time that I'm doing something, Dodge man shows up and he starts going, bah! And we got the friendly Courtney. See, she can almost hide behind that stick.
Don't that look like a pecker?
This is children friendly channel, sir.
Because I'm talking about it's perfectly like the perfect ring, and it just blows out at the top, and there you go. Little circus stars right there. They'd be alright.
Some people identify as having an issue with that.
My issue is dumb people, and dumb people complain. So there's my situation.
Now people, anybody else on here happen to remember if I put that bolt back? It sure don't look like I did. See, up there, it sure don't look like I put that bolt back in there. See, the issue is with this, people, is the guy that put this heater core in this car, he did it with the dash out, and now he's having to figure out how to do it with the dash in it. So he'll be back in a second. I kind of sense that this might need to go bye-bye. You can see here I got the heater core back in the box. I washed it out with a garden hose because we had a little bit of antifreeze in there, and I've had to kind of shim it in a couple places and put the tape stuff under it and put this back under there, and it can move around, but it's it's isolated some, so I think it'll be okay, and it should work you know, for a while, and, you know, it's a Chinese heater core, it will start leaking again. But for now, it's, you know, it should work. So I'll show you once I get it back up in there. But you can see here the all my insulation and stuff I put up above that and stuff. I'm kind of hoping it'll stay stuck there until I can get it back up in there. Alright, we got it back together. Missing one bolt down there, but you know, at a certain point you kind of get tired of trying to put a nut on. So I might do that later, but it's got 4, so it's good. And in here's good. I might show you this a little bit, but the temperature control rheostat on top of the heater box kind of fell apart and fell down in the heater box. So I keep hitting things with my phone and it keeps. That was fun, but got it out of it and got it back together and it's working. Medium might be a little bit, I'd call that, what do you call that? It's a little higher than it should be because some of the springs are touching.
It's classic, and, you know, it's seen some things, so it gets a little higher than the rest of it.
Yeah. But she's not leaking. Everything's just covered in antifreeze and smells like it up here. But we're cycling. I'd call that good. Alright. I showed you this a little bit here and there. I didn't really want to make this a how-to video because even if you had another 67 Chevelle, it would be different than this one. I don't have temperature control cables. I don't have any of that. My rheostat's screwed up. So I mean, it's different than yours. That's my point. So I didn't do it. I apologize. I will say that this heater core that was 4 Seasons off of Rock Auto works, but it is not as good, by nowhere near as good as the original style that it had in it. And I'm not talking about for coolant to air transfer stuff. That part works fine. It's restricted. Like, I have to run this on medium or even high to get a lot of heat. And I never had to do that with the other heater core. I could run it on low or medium. So it doesn't have the airflow that the other one had, but it does work. So for 30 bucks, you know, it works. The real issue, I guess, on all that problem issue, whatever, I guess the real problem would be is most people don't drive their Chevelle, so the heater core doesn't have to be very good. But I'm sure that heater core also fits something else, so I guess it's kind of got to get lucky and be happy to have what you have, I guess. But I washed out the heater box with the garden hose. It still smells a little bit like antifreeze. It will probably always smell a little bit like antifreeze. It might eventually dry out, but it's just, you know, that's what happens when a heater core blows up in something. I guess I could have washed it better, but I really, you can't get out antifreeze from what you can't wash. So I'm going to keep driving the car this winter. I guess really one of the things I'm wanting to fix on this is the heater control lights. I've had that working 2-3 times. It keeps blowing the bulb. So, and one of the lights in the dash is bad. So I want to replace the light in the heater control, and I want to fix the speedometer again, and couple other small things like that. Really, my turn signals work now. Reverse light works. I mean, everything on this car works really, except the horn. And that's something else I'm gonna work on. So, I mean, this winter's, you know, mostly a lot of oddball short videos, oddball little knick-knack things and stuff. It's not like we're building a car anymore. I'll see you again next time. Bye.